Hey gang, welcome back to the Movie Reviewers 100 collaboration channel, where we do a weekly theme and review the movies from that theme. This week is Stanley Kubrick week, which was a very exciting week for me. I love Kubrick's films. As you've seen the other guys already, we've got some really good stuff up right now. Big Al started off the week with 2001 Space Odyssey. We've got EJ did Killer's Kiss. Ray, of course, did The Shining, and I am going to do The Killing, 1956 The Killing. It's more of a thriller, film noir, heist kind of movie. And then, of course, we've got some more videos this week, so stay tuned for theirs. Where do we start? 1956, like I said, film noir, starring Sterling Hayden, Colleen Gray. This movie, when I had never watched this movie, in preparation for this week, I didn't really want to take anybody's movie, so I went ahead and just watched a bunch of Kubrick movies this week. I was off from my job at the prison, so I started at my comic shop. I just watched movies all week, and I've settled on this one and hoped nobody did it, because I had never seen The Killing, and it was one that had been on my shelf for a while, and thought I would watch it. Well, my first impressions when I turned the movie on was I hated the narration. I really did. It got on my nerves, but the further along I got in the movie, I was waiting for the next narration to come up. It was a really good aspect of the movie, and I should have just gave benefit of the doubt to Kubrick's genius that this is going to work. This movie was very Hitchcockian feel to it, very suspenseful. It's one of those movies that the longer you go on and the longer you know the characters, the more you cheer for the characters that in normal life they would be bad guys. They're robbing a racetrack. So, I mean, they're not good guys, but you cheer for them because there's also another element that is worse than them. Throughout this movie, you have a lot of great storytelling by Kubrick, just like any other Kubrick movie, with his cameras, his suspenseful music, his overall storytelling, and you have to just know what I'm talking about when I say that. This movie starts out with the main character Johnny and his plan to rob a horse race for $2 million. Now, the name of the movie is kind of a play on both aspects of this. The Killing is he and his partners feel that they're going to make a killing on this money. They're going to get a lot of money. $2 million. Back in 1956 was a lot of money. It's kind of like right now it'd be, wow, $2 million? Really? This whole plan was worth $2 million? But anyway, and then at the end of the film we find out that it was all about a killing. So that's where we go. But anyway, let's get into the movie a little bit. Basically, Johnny, our main character, gets together a bunch of people and sets up a stage where he has an inside man that works there. He has two men that work there. One is a bartender. One is a cashier. And he pays off a police officer to help, and they need some outside help. He gets a older Russian gentleman who, I have no idea who he is. I looked a lot of these guys up. A lot of these guys have done a lot of TV. A lot of these guys did a lot of Tales from the Dark Side shows. This older guy, I don't know anything about him, but I could tell right off the bat he was an ex-fighter boxer because of his cauliflower ears. I mean, he was a rough-looking dude. That wasn't makeup. Those are fighting ears. Anyway, they hire a gunman to shoot the horse in the seventh race, who is the favorite and is going to bring home a lot of the evened out pay. Well, technically that's a distraction. The old Russian gentleman they hire as a distraction to cause a fight with the barkeeper, so that Johnny can sneak in the back via the cashier to rob the payout, which is with armed guards, but the armed guards also come out to help with the disturbance with the fight with the Russian gentleman. Before all that happens, though, the cashier, whose name is George, I believe, he accidentally tells his wife, who's this overbearing, just a total snot of a woman, about what's happening. Well, she in turn tells her lover about this. So they get this grand scheme that they're going to rob the robbers. Which in all reality, that's a great plan. If you're gonna rob somebody, rob a drug dealer or somebody that does bad, because who are they gonna tell, right? Well, they get the idea to do this. Well, the movie goes back and forth to set up story of a few hours earlier, a few hours later, just to get it all in this very well laid out plan. This very it had kind of a Tarantino feel, back and forth storytelling from A to B, lots of good dialogue, kind of a Pulp Fiction-ish, that's not even fair to say Pulp Fiction, more of a Jackie Brown kind of feel to it, as if, and this is way out in left field, and I'll probably get some crap for this, but if Hitchcock had directed Jackie Brown, is the kind of movie we have right now. So if you know Hitchcock and you know Tarantino, you put the genius of Kubrick of any movie you ever seen of his together, you have a great movie. And that's the way I felt watching this. I kept seeing aspects of Jackie Brown, but there was this really dark noir feel to it, like Hitchcock. But I'm getting off track again. Anyway, back and forth with the dialogue and the storytelling, we get to everything coming together. So they get to the day of the event. The horse is shot, of course. That's where everything goes wrong. He tries to get away. A police officer kills him. He's the first one dead. After that, we have the fight. And of course, the cashier opens the door. Johnny gets in. They steal the money. The money goes out the window to the cop. Everything goes like clockwork. I mean, everything's fine. Johnny gets away with the money. Everybody meets back at the apartment. Johnny's 15 minutes late. Everybody starts getting antsy. George's wife shows up, or not shows up, her lover and another guy show up because they are going to rob them. And of course, Johnny's not there. The money's not there. George gets antsy with a gun, fires a shot. Everybody is shot in the whole room. Right out of a Tarantino movie right there. Right out of Pulp Fiction. Everybody in the room shot. And George is shot, but he's not dead, so he leaves. Well, the whole holdup was the traffic getting out of the racetrack. So that's why Johnny's late. He's not trying to steal the money. But when he gets there, he finds George walking out bloody. And they already have a preset plan. If anything happens, whoever has the money, save the money. Get away. They'll separate the money at a later date, get back together. And so at this point, everybody's dead but Johnny, George, and George's wife, the miserable lady at the back of his house. George makes it home and confronts her. She lies, blah, blah, blah. George shoots her. So, and then he dies. Of course, Johnny goes back gets with his girl. They go to the airport. They're trying to get on. They won't let him check his bag. Does it carry on? So he decides to let it go, to the plane with the rest of the luggage. They go out to wait to board the plane. This dog runs out. There's a wreck. The suitcase falls over. Money goes every freaking where in a big gigantic tornado. And Johnny gets really depressed, so they decide to try to book out of there. Well, as they do, they see the money, they find out whose it is. They contact the police officers that are at I would assume they're air police or air marshals like we have now, but in 56. And they're waiting on a taxi, no taxi. They turn around and these police officers are walking out, and that's where the movie ends. We have the iconic The End popping up with the air marshals with their guns drawn, and Johnny's captured. So there's no good ending. It's a tragic ending. It's, like I said, it's very film noir, very thrillerish, feels very Hitchcock. But all in all, great movie. Yet another mark on the chalkboard for a great Stanley Kubrick movie. As far as this week goes, my favorite Kubrick movie was Full Metal Jacket, but I think this really pushed it. I don't know if I'm saying the name right, because I watched a video yesterday of EJ's video, The Killer's Kiss, or The Killer's Kiss, I think is the name of it. I'm very interested to watch that movie now. I will be ordering it as soon as I find it on Amazon. I'll buy it to finish out, because I thought I owned a lot more than I did. There was that one and one other one that I was looking up that I did not own. But I enjoy all of them. But Full Metal Jacket being one of my favorites, and The Killing Now is right up there. You know, I love The Shining. It's a great movie. It's a great book. It's one of those ones that I love both versions. I love the book and I love the movie for totally different reasons. I was a big King fan back in the day, during that time of his writing. But as far as this week goes, I watched 5 movies. I watched The Shining, Full Metal Jacket, The Killing, Paths of Glory, and Spartacus. I think. Yeah, something like that. I watched 5 Kubrick movies this week in preparation, but I really enjoyed this. Thanks for stopping by, guys. We're doing some great things over here. These guys, I'm so glad to be a part of this collaboration channel. So I hope you guys are subscribing and passing on the word of what good we're doing out here. So stay tuned for Scott's review. Like always, he's going to do a spectacular job. He's keeping it secret, so even I don't know what he's doing. He assured me that he wasn't doing anything that I had plans on doing, so I went ahead with my movie, and I cannot wait to see what he's doing. I don't even really have a guess at this point, but he always does such a great job. And hopefully we'll find something from Ian this week. I haven't seen his yet, but I haven't been online that much today, so maybe we'll see it, maybe we won't. You never know. Sometimes we have obligations. So thanks for stopping by. I'm in the movie room. This is DVD Collector, also known as James, with the movie reviewer Stanley Kubrick Week. I hope you enjoyed it. Later.